was trying to let you in. Late nights, you've been deceiving. Perception changed all quick in my eyes. And I don't know if it's just right. No, got a lot of secrets in your life. Got a lot of secrets in your life. You got a lot of secrets in your life. You got a lot of secrets.
Kind of quiet in there. Welcome to the Prime Show, everybody. I'm Agyemang, host and founder on the Prime Show, and this is episode 19 in social distancing edition. So glad to join us to your homes all around the world, here in Brampton, Ontario, in Canada, and you're watching on the United States. If you are listening to, over the coronavirus, it has made concerns of when it's going to be reopening anytime soon. I hope whenever it comes on May or June 2020, when they're going to reopen, when the April comes to the end of this month, I hope the summer will destroy the coronavirus. I hope to pray to God that this summer that sun will eliminate that coronavirus. It will bury deep down to the hole. And May shall never come back with that coronavirus. Because the snow in winter kills a virus, because that is incorrect. And this is kind of some misinformation of it kills a mosquito bite, and the snow with the virus will be dead. And this is not true. So I hope summer, that will predict that this coronavirus will be dead. After all around the people in the worldwide must fight to destroy the coronavirus down until coronavirus will be buried to the ground. So I feel okay, feel not excited, so it's kind of one of the strangest things in Canada history. Starting with the news update regarding the Nova Scotia mass shootings. You know, I said 23 have been killed after hearing the gunshots, which is happening on Sunday, April 19, 2020, before the next day at 10:30 p.m. in this evening in Porta Pico Beach Road at Nova Scotia. Yeah, I said that right. It is Porta Pico Beach Road. It's very hard to say the word. That's a street in Nova Scotia. So, 23 have been killed. I don't know who's the suspect, that maniac who has an assault rifle or a pistol gun, who killing spree in the shootout scene, that killing the innocent people beside from the Beach Road and the Bayshore Road and Five House Road before the entrance on the gate. So that happened on explode of the car. They killed one of the including officers. Chad Morrison was injured during the mass shooting, and that is total effed up. that is sort of effed up. Public members in the North Scotia residents still injured. Yeah, this man with that gun shooting, spraying all over, with absolutely devastating and no sense what he is doing. And now it puts on the history books. I don't know who's the suspect and what's the main reason of that suspect for that cause of the problems in the past. I don't know. That kind of feels like unfold this news to the world. It's shared to the NBC, CBS, ABC, all around the world that Nova Scotia in Canada, this is the first mass shooting, the worst, deadliest mass shootings in Canada history. And writing the record in Nova Scotia will be on the timeline for the past. During the events of the gun shooting, tragedy, awful disaster events during the coronavirus, and now the gunshot brought up. And before the coronavirus hit, after the North Hong Kong, the protests, they began start the coronavirus. So that is a good story and a good example. So during the Hong Kong protests, people discovered the coronavirus. It began in China. So after the Hong Kong protests in Hong Kong, China. So they're not gonna stand, so they just keep destroying things, gas mask, the police officers with the shield trying to beat the residents in Hong Kong and China, which is absolutely awful. It is gotten worse. So this Republican Donald Trump heard these Hong Kong and US residents to liberate the Hong Kong. Now here we are. The coronavirus began in January 2020 after the Hong Kong protests. And now it's happening. It appeared right here in Hubei, China, during the protest strike in Hong Kong. So that idea that I won't forget this. This is a true connection story before the things are happening in this world. So that Nova Scotia mass shooting, unbelievably awful, terribly worse. I should call a disaster worst, deadliest shooting. Not ever. Worst shootings. It is 23. Not even more than 30 or 40 or 50 have been died or killed by a gunshot. So it says 23 victims are dead. Not even more than 100 people in Nova Scotia. Where this man's suspect killings, it's gone over the dark too far. Anyway, that is the one for Nova Scotia mass shootings. Now to the second one. I hope we give our hearts and prayers to keep Nova Scotia strong for those who have lost their lives. And as I, host and founder of the Prime Show, I pray to those who have lost their lives And I will say, God will never fail. And also, fight for your dreams, and your dreams will fight for you. Keep Nova Scotia strong, and rest in peace for 23 victims have died during the action on Sunday, April 19, 2020. This scene happened to the world. So, I'm going to take a moment of silence. Alright, that's a moment silent for hearts and prayers to Nova Scotia for that worst shooting. Now, on to the next list on the news update right here on TPS with KA on Storyfire. A new look of the iPhone SE, which is released on March 5th, 2020. Take a look on the new look of the new upgrade phone, the new re-innovated iPhone SE, which is new, fast, popular smartphone advanced with A13 Bionic chip, single camera system with 4.7 Retina HD display, including with the 4K video with 30 frames per second extended diamond range. It has, same with iPhone 11 and 11 Pro X and XS for that 10th anniversary, the wireless charging, the stereo recording, water dust, durable glass, and aluminum design, and also the iOS 13 update. So that cost for US is $599, and now in Canada, is in US is $399, and now in Canada is $599. Yeah, that's the price of the release of the iPhone SE, this re-innovated phone from Apple. That's on April 24, 2020. Get yours to pre-order before it launched tomorrow. Before it launched tomorrow, because we're recording on Thursday, because it launched right now before yesterday on Friday, if I say so. So get yours and leave down your comments below what you think about the iPhone SE. Okay, so that is it. That's a short video for this content on right here. You're watching on YouTube, and this is the end of episode 19 on the Prime Show with KA on Storyfire. And also stay tuned for new episodes, new videos coming right up on YouTube. Jen, Rebecca from Los Angeles with new videos is next. So, hope you had a great weekend, and stay safe and stay home. And make yourself a nice, wonderful dinner, lunch, and anytime, day and night, when you're in self-quarantine. Also video chat with your friends, family, your neighbors, and anyone. I'm Kwabena, and this has been On the Prime Show with Kwabena. We'll see you on the next Saturday show, right here on Storyfire. Goodbye, bye-bye, farewell, good day, and good night from Benton, Ontario.